Hello, this is a quick tutorial on how to save things in Unreal Engine 4. So first thing you're going to want to do is go over to Content and add a new blueprint class and look for a save game. And you're going to add a save game. Select, and we will call it Save Game Main. Okay. Now, in this class, you're going to keep all your variables that you want to be saved. So let's just go ahead and make a variable, and we'll just make it an integer, and we'll call it level. And make sure everything inside your save game class is editable. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and compile back to here. Okay, so now we're going to show how to access it. We are going to open the level blueprint, and let's just go ahead and create a function, and we'll call it start save game. Okay, so first thing you're going to want to do, this is a function you would use when starting up your game to check and see if a save game exists and whether or not to start a new save or just continue with the old save. So we're going to do does save game exist, and we'll pick a slot name called save slot 1 and just put it right there, and we will drag a branch off of here, and attach this to the branch. Okay, so if the save game does exist, we are just going to load game from slot, and it's going to have the same name as the does save game exist. Okay, okay, here we're going to create a variable, and this variable is going to be a save. Okay, the variable is going to be a save game, not the save game object you created, but just a save game. So create that, make it editable, and we will call it save game object. And we're going to drag it into here, and we will set it. And so after you load it, you want to set your local save game object to be the loaded one. Okay. Then after that, we're going to do a cast to save. What is it called? Cast to save game. What did I name it? Save game main. Save game main. There it is. Okay, so after you do that, you want to cast it, and you can just drag it straight off your save game object, like that. And then from here, you can access any of the variables inside your save game class at that variable we created level. Now you can access it from here, and we could, if it exists, we could like get level, and we could have a variable called local level, and then we could drag it into here, and we could set it to here. Oh man, there you go. And then since we are setting a local object to what the save game was, we really don't have to save the game, but you can if you want to. Okay, if the save game does not exist, we are going to create it. So we're going to create save save game object, and the class is just going to be that class that we created, the save game main. And then we are going to do the same thing. We're going to set the local save game object to be that return value. And then we are going to cast it to a save game main. And in here, the save game doesn't exist. So we're starting a new game, so you wouldn't get anything from your save game object that you just created. So what you might do in this case is get your local one and set your saved one. So like you might set the level that is saved to be a local one since it doesn't exist yet. So, and then after that, very important, you have to save game to slot. And the slot index has to be the same as all the other ones. And make sure you link it to that local save game. So get your local save game object and put it right there. And that should be it for like loading a game. Okay, so it's going to be the same basic idea to save a game while the game's going on, except you don't really have to check if it exists, because by this point you should just do this on event begin play, and you should just have start save game be right there. So start save game should happen at the very beginning, and then if someone wants to save, they can basically just do this step up here. So that's basically it. Here, I'll just create the function just so you can see it. So save game. So it is gonna be very similar, and we're gonna load the game. We're gonna set the local objects. We're gonna cast it to our save game main, and then you can either get or set the variables inside your save game object, and then as always, you have to save game to slot, which is right there, and drag in your local variable. Bam. Make sure it has the same name, and there you go. That's how you just save the game in the middle of the game, or like set a variable inside your save game. You can use this to transfer data over multiple blueprints, or just to save something so when you close down the game it loads back up. And that's pretty much it. Hope you guys learned something.